Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to talk about why you should avoid shakeout runs before your marathon. Now, this really does depend entirely on your goals. If you're going to a marathon to have fun, to enjoy the atmosphere, charity fun running, or whatever else might you be doing other than a PB, then absolutely go for it. Have fun, and there are downsides, but they're very, very unlikely to happen. And if you're going for fun, that is part of the fun and can be a fantastic experience. That said, if you are going still for a PB, you can still do them under one caveat. If you're going to, say, Berlin, and you're running a PB on a really hard course previously, and coming down to a very flat course, then you could probably still PB and do that fun run, that 5K, that pasta party run, whatever the day before. And if you're looking at something like a 10 or 15 minute PB is a realistic target for you on that next day, then you're not going to lose maybe more than a minute or two by having done that 5K, if that's on the day before. So there are basically loads of variations to these. Sometimes it's just a 5K. So people call them shake-it runs for nutrition. Basically, it's just a loosening of the body. So you can do a 5K park run. Some people might do a couple of miles. There are, as I mentioned, pasta party runs. Berlin do these pasta party runs where basically they get loads of people out running on the streets of Berlin, come back home, come back to the central location and have a pasta. There's things like that, and they can be fun. I think it's a good bit of laugh, but realistically, the pasta is not going to be that helpful. You should be doing a carb load of that, which I've talked about in a previous video. But also, you're going to burn 250, 300, 350 calories or more, depending on your time and how hard you run. So you've not only got to replenish those calories, you've also got to do your normal carb load on top. So you're taking away the calories you should be building at this stage. Now, like I say, they are fun, and they can be a good idea to loosen up. So if you're someone who gets quite stiff quite quickly from being inactive, then by all means go for a little test run, nice easy couple of miles a day before. That could be a good thing. It's one of the potential upsides. There are, however, several downsides, and certainly in the realm of coaching that I have, which most people are aiming for PBs and they go to these marathons, or certainly looking for a very, very solid time target with A goals, B goals, and C goals, then going to a shakeout run or doing a shakeout run doesn't really make that much sense. The reason being, as I mentioned, that you're going to be using carbohydrate that you would otherwise be storing. So you need to now add more on top of that. When people don't do a carb load very well already, as it is most of the time, then taking another 300 or so calories away is a really bad idea. You would be much better served by having those for the next day. The other side as well is that people do get caught up. So if you see these kind of festivals of running, as sometimes they do, Milton Keynes does it, for instance, where they do a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and a marathon, you can be tempted to go for 5K as just take it nice and easy, loosen up. And I've seen people go absolutely hammering out these and run them near race pace because they just get caught up, or because they are in first place, kind of for these things when they're meant to be fun runs and they're going hammering out because they want to be the first across the line. So that can have a very detrimental effect, obviously, to run. The other thing as well, they're very easy to get tripped. These are often quite popular events, especially if you're going to one a big marathon event. Someone trips you over just by clipping your heels. You fall down, graze your knee, cut yourself, bash yourself. You're potentially out of your marathon. And then for me, even if I was going as a fun experience, I would not be doing that for the life of me. And as most people don't take necessarily the fun runs and things seriously, I understand they shouldn't do, but it does happen. People do get caught up. All you need is somebody behind you, but overzealous or doesn't really pay attention. They're too busy looking at the phone or doing a video, selfie or something, and they trip you over, and that's your race and hundreds of pounds and months worth of training down the drain. So yeah, I don't want to sound negative or to kind of, to kind of doom and gloom with this video, but there really, really isn't a very good idea, I don't think. There's very, very few circumstances where it makes any sense at all. And if you are going to go do a shake it run, I wouldn't do an organised one for the main reasons I mentioned there about tripping and getting caught up. If you're just going to go around a local park or something, okay, yeah, a mile or two is not going to be too hard, but it's not really too much good either. A good thorough warm-up on race day morning is going to do you better in terms of keeping you fresh and loose and making you ready for that race and save the energy for that race day instead as well. So if you are thinking about shakeout run, consider these thoughts when it comes to it. If you choose to, then that's absolutely your call, but I would say advise against it most of the time. See you soon.